gotta start back wearing my I'm watching this guy I found on TikTok. I like his videos. He's talking about capitalism and all that kind of stuff. But I'm about to start back wearing, I got 2 of these and I don't be wearing them. But I'm gonna start back wearing my waist trainers like the surgery girls. Now I ain't never had no surgery, but I do like to waist train. It's just, I don't know. It's like, so this is just random thoughts, but I feel like people try to tell me to loosen up, but then at the same time, there's messages to tighten up, which I'm trying to tighten my stomach back up, but I don't know how to really fully flesh that thought out. But like, so for example, I feel like the training that I'm in right now, but I guess it doesn't matter how, I guess I worry too much about how I'm being perceived instead of just being. But, so we were talking about the kleshas in yoga teacher training yesterday. And kleshas are basically different forms of suffering. So like your ego, it's in my book, maybe I'll, and so one of my things was, so I'm like, okay, the list of stuff under ego, I truly feel like that's not how I operate, but at the same time, people still be mad at me. I'm not operating in ego, and yet people still be mad at me. But I guess I can't be worried about people being mad at me. I just gotta be and make my exit as needed. I'm not really one that's gonna work on relationships, because I know if, like when I was working on relationship, I was the only one, which I guess also says that I was probably in community with the wrong people. But yeah, to be honest, I've never met anybody that actually wanted to work on things with me, that actually wanted to work on a relationship with me. My parents just deny. Don't want to, I'm not trying to do that. My ex-best friend, she just blamed me and, you know, said mean things. This person who I just went to St. Thomas with, she like blew up on me the first night she got a little extra liquor in her system. So, and then it was like, so my yoga teacher, she basically said that I was trying to veil my desire, but it's like, was I trying to veil my desire, or am I just okay on my own until, you know, I meet this tribe or these right people for me? Because I can't, you know, I can't really say that I said it yesterday that, oh, I desire community, but I can't really, maybe that was a lie, because it's not really a strong desire. Like, it's, I don't know how to describe it. Like, I don't want it that bad. I feel like I want a romantic relationship more than I want community. Which is why I was not paying attention in class yesterday, because Gary texted me and that nigga want to get back together. I told him, you was talking to me like an HR rep. I thought we was done. You was talking to me like an HR rep, brother. So I thought we was donezo. Let me get out while I'm ahead. Skin still looking crazy. Better than it was yesterday though. Like the little pimples have shrunk. Like the minute ones. Not these 5 big ones right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 pimples. Not feeling it. But I guess I was saying all that to say about yoga, and just like some people will tell you to loosen up, some people will tell you to tighten up. There's contradictions within everything. So I guess I just really gotta lead my life the way I want to. That's one thing I can say that I actually took away from what my yoga teacher was saying, was that I should be thinking about what but then people will tell you that's selfish. So I just be trying to consider all the possibilities. But then on the same time, they'll say, oh, well, you're in your head and not feeling your feelings. Bro, I don't give a fuck. How about that? How about that? But I'm trying to understand, and it's so many contradictions that it's not really making sense to me. But I was just saying to myself, I guess all spiritual and religious practices have glaring contradictions. And you just take what you need, leave what you don't. Cause yeah, none of this shit makes sense. And it's because, yeah, it's all an illusion. Unfortunately. Nothing is and it's like, if we're in a 3D realm that's not actually what it is, that means that this is all an illusion. So yeah, going through this process, I'm like, I do want to teach yoga, but probably not in person. Probably not in person. And I'm okay with that. Super duper okay with that. I'm probably not gonna post this, but shout out to the surge girls. I ain't one of them. I just look like this. So I don't think I don't live nowhere where black people live, but I think when I did it, that's when people thought I had surgery. Or, maybe, I don't know, I feel like BBLs are so prevalent now. People probably be thinking like, oh, I wonder if I guess I just be wondering what people think. Not so much I'm wondering if people are judging me. I'm like, I wonder what they thinking. Type shit. Because people be staring. People be staring now, for sure. I'm like, do people be thinking, she probably got surgery. She probably got a BBL. She probably got hurt. I've been asked if I had a BBL and my boobs done. So it's not far-fetched that somebody would be thinking that. But I guess it's none of my business what somebody else think. What do I think? I think I'm a bad bitch. I think I've been tired lately. I think I need a day off. What do I feel? I feel good this morning. I did my sadhana practice. I did an upper body workout. I did an incline workout. I'm about to make breakfast, baby. I ain't pulled a pot out that damn cabinet since Gary left, since before he left. I just been eating, I don't know what I've been doing actually, but so yeah, what do I sense? I sense that today's gonna be a good day. It's a lot to do, a lot on my plate, but I asked for this because I could have just stayed jobless in Atlanta and been the house mom at CC's compound. I could have did that, but I like a challenge. That would have been a challenge for me just because I'm not a people person. But and it would have been a challenge for me because her baby daddy already like sexually violated me by asking, like he was. So obviously, let me just tell this story. So I got evicted from my apartment, but at the same time I had just got an offer letter to move to Seattle. So I reached out to CC because I think I saw something that she posted. I think she posted that she had space at her studio in downtown Atlanta, which I had been to before for like little parties. And when she was living there, when I first met her, she was living there, and I knew that she would, give the space to women in need. So I was like, hey, can I use your space for this amount of time? She said yes. I moved in there. Lo and behold, her baby daddy is who kind of manages the property. And so obviously when he seen me up there, he's intrigued because I'm an attractive woman. Trust me, I think the first day he saw me, I had on like yoga pants and a shirt. And maybe, it was summertime in Atlanta. So I'm just dressing according to the weather. Like, yes, some of those days I had on shorts. Yes, some of those days I had my cleavage out. But I'm pretty sure the first day I met him, I did not have anything provocative on. But from the time that we met, his eyes was popping out of his head, which is normal for me. Like, I get that all the time from people, not even just men, like women do the most over my body all the time. So I'm just like, okay, cool. But in my mind, I'm struggling. So I'm not looking for nothing from nobody. Like the person who dropped me off to CC's apartment, I had to cut her off because she called me selfish for not wanting to cook for her. Lo and behold, the stove didn't even work at CC's apartment, at CC's studio apartment. So first time he meets me, I'm pretty sure I asked him to get me some weed. We smoked together, and I could tell, like, I was getting uncomfortable. The first time I smoked with him, and I'm just like making sure I kept my distance, to the point where he was even asking if I was comfortable. I'm like, yeah, we cool. Like, just stay over there. Like, we were actually sitting on my couch. My couch was at her house, and we were sitting on it, and I just made sure I kept my distance, because I feel like, well, I won't say I feel like, I've had the experience and been told by other women that men will get you high off of marijuana. Men will get you high off marijuana just to have sex with you. So I just don't even be liking that. Like, but you know, I was heavy into smoking at that point. So like, I was trying to get it by any means. So I could tell that he was like trying to move in on me, but I'm like, I'm not here for that, and I'm also not attracted to you. So we cool, we can just talk, whatever. And I'm telling him like, oh, I'm moving, whatever. So after that, I realized there's no washer and dryer. So I'm like, hey, is there, I think first I asked like, is there a laundromat near here? And he offered his place, because he lived around the corner. So I'm like, okay, cool. He like, I didn't have a car at the time. I still don't, well, I have a car, it's just not with me. So he offered to take me to his place so I could wash clothes. And I had been to his apartment before because CC had a party there, so I felt comfortable then. But I'm honestly, anyway, so we go to his house, and he like said something weird to me. It was like, oh, we're only supposed to eat once a day. It honestly felt like he was trying to insult me for being hungry. But I just kind of let it slide, because I'm like, I don't even understand what you're talking about. I don't know why I would eat once a day, or I don't know if you're trying to call me fat or what, but I'm about to order food. So I ordered food off of his DoorDash. I believe he paid for it, but like, he did have that little remark, and I'm like, alrighty. So then, that night goes, and then I end up having to leave a load at his place. And he brought it to me later. And then sometime after that, like, he saw me a couple times. You know, he's coming in and out. They were having parties downstairs because it's a rental space, a rental studio space. And eventually he texts me and is like, oh, I have a massage table. I was like, huh? Let me go to it, because I kept it. Because that shit was so creepy and left field. Like, huh? And he's like, you left a pair of your panties. Like, why say panties? Just say underwear, you fucking weirdo. Give him face, give him body, give him luscious. What's the price? Eggs. Oatmeal. Pussy don't do no favors. This pussy don't do no favors. I don't know what he thought. The fuck? Tweaking out. Ooh, he scared me so bad. And the way CC reacted to it, you know, that's her child's father. That's the love of her life. She always gonna defend him. That's why I don't even like being around people, because it just gets strange. It get real strange. It get real motherfucking strange. I'm here because I'm struggling, but I feel like the way that CC advertises the place, it's for women in need. That's the way she advertises it on Twitter. She's like, hey, if there's any women who need a place to stay, nobody's coming there because they got their own apartment and because they're doing well in life. So for him to be trying to flirt with me, it's really just disgusting. It's really disgusting. Like, and when I asked to do my laundry, it wasn't because I wanted to come to your house and spend time with you. It's because I was in need. So the fact that he was like, oh, I appreciate how fine you've been the last few times I came upstairs, I'm uncomfortable with it, but I'm like, okay, this is just how I look around the house. He said, you so fine, ... man. I want to hold you, ... rub on you, ... I got this massage table, LOL. And I didn't respond for some hours. And then, well, I didn't respond for like an hour. And he was like, my bad, I got carried away, been drinking, LOL, I apologize. And I just put the nervous emoji. How disgusting. And then CC's response to that was, well, I think, what did I say? So I left 10 days after that situation happened. When that wasn't my original plan. I was just going, because I wasn't leaving till the end of the month. But I left a whole like 10 or 12 days before I was scheduled to. So I said to her, I was like, hey, good morning. I decided to leave the apartment sooner than expected. I had a few interactions with Rob that made me uncomfortable and I wasn't sure what to do. I didn't feel safe with the comments he made while knowing he had access to the apartment. The things he said to me gave me huge creeper vibes. I left 2 bags of trash and some boxes, also a queen mattress, rocking chair, 40-inch multiple-purpose table, a 55-inch desk, a desk chair, and a pink bin with hair products for the commune house if needed. She said, okay, no problem. Thanks for letting me know. Sorry you were made to feel that way. If you want to provide specifics, I'd definitely like to address it with him. I will either way, but obviously being able to speak specifically would be more helpful. Regardless, I hope your mood goes well and you love Seattle. Are you planning on coming back for the furniture and boxes before you go, or should I figure them out? We exchanged numbers under the guise of let me know if you need anything, and then he just wouldn't stop complimenting me. Then he sent this, and I sent her the screenshot of when he said he had a massage table. So then I said, I also washed my clothes at his house a few weeks ago. Bad idea on my part. In hindsight, I ended up leaving the load that he brought over a day or two later. And then yesterday he texted this, which was when he mentioned panties. And I felt was said just to alarm me and get a reaction since I hadn't texted back. So, she said, okay, thank you. Not your fault for doing laundry there. I'm sure you didn't expect it to be anything beyond that if there was no mutual interest indicated or anything. I'm sure you know that intellectually. I'm just saying that because you shouldn't have to add that it was a bad idea in hindsight. Anyway, I'm sorry again that you were made to feel any discomfort. I'm like about to cry reading this because like, what? Yeah, there was zero interest shown on my part. I genuinely just needed help and thought I could trust him because of his connection to you. Hopefully this doesn't happen with anyone else. It's frustrating to be facing housing insecurity and then also this. I appreciate you opening your space to me during my time of need. And thank you for taking my grievance seriously. I didn't even expect to start crying right now. And I would say her response after that kind of alarmed me, but hold on, let me make my edge job. You hoes broke. Get the chain, get the purchase. pussy bougie, this pussy choosy, pussy don't do no favors. I don't know. I guess because of what I look like, people think I'm a hoe. Or people think I'm inviting them to have sex with me just because I have a voluptuous body. And that's a lot. That's a lot to deal with. And then the one person I wouldn't say I'm trying to lock them down, but I would prefer to just be in a relationship so that I don't have to deal with this type of stuff. I did not expect to start crying. Like, I'm randomly telling this story and it happened a year ago. I did not expect to start crying. Like, that actually surprised me. Like, ew. But it's like, when you look like what I look like, no matter what I wear, people think I'm looking for their validation. People think men think that I am inviting them to have sex with me just because this is what I look like. And it does not feel good to be, it doesn't feel good to be treated that way. Let me finish what the rest of her message said, because that was just, like, I didn't show no interest. I think I was just being kind. I was just trying to be friendly. But it's like, then the friendliness is taken as interest. Because I'm sure on the flip side of this, he probably was like, she was dressing like this. She was dressed like this when I came upstairs. Or she smiled at me. Or we smoked together. Like, none of that to me indicates that I wanted to get a massage. If I wanted a massage, I would have booked a massage to go get one. I don't need you to give me a massage. You random guy who I just met because I just got evicted and needed a place to stay. Like, what? And she said, yeah, it sucks. And it's the part that, like, kind of, but you know, at the end of the day, that's her child's father. She has to spend the rest of her life with him. So she has to defend him. And, you know, she said, I don't know him to be somebody who would intentionally want to cause you to feel that way. But I definitely do know him to be, I guess I had never dealt with this situation. The fact that I'm standing here crying about it over a year later, 18 months later, cause gross. Like, I had literally just got my sister locks done, sat for like 5 days, restless. Right after that, had to move out of my apartment in East Atlanta. Had to move all my stuff to her apartment in downtown Atlanta. Had basically a relationship of mine had fizzled out because I just wasn't, I had been told that person I didn't want to be with them or date them, and yet they was asking me to cook for them when I had already been buying, you know, buying food, buying groceries. Like, they just weren't considerate of the fact that getting my sister locks done was fucking exhausting, and that moving and getting evicted was also exhausting. And like asking me to cook for her while I'm going through all that. It's like, from one bag of bullshit to the next. But I've been thinking about going back to Atlanta to do yoga classes. I think that would be a good population for me to interface with. I'm familiar with it. I'm just skeptical about having to interact with her baby daddy, because as far as I can tell, I never made any move to where he should have felt comfortable excuse me, where he should have felt comfortable treating me that way. Like, ugh, yuck. Like, okay, compliments, okay. Like, people compliment me all the time, so I'm not thinking nothing of it, and I'm assuming, okay, he's just a property manager. But we know that there's women out here getting killed by maintenance managers who are making advances at young girls who live alone. So I really truly hope she nipped that shit in the bud. I really do. Really and truly. Like, ew. But that is the plight of being a bad bitch. Seriously, like, and I literally said to her, I'm like, we exchanged numbers under the guise of him wanting to help me out. You feel me? You know, I just looking at the text messages, it seemed friendly to me. Not that, like, he was coming on to me, but I certainly was not like, oh yeah, you fine too. No, I just was like, oh, thank you. Oh, you know, where you from? Oh, okay, I'm from, you know. Niggas disgust me, man. And then there's men out there who get mad at you for talking like that, and yet I had an interaction like that where, like, if he wanted to, he could have came in that apartment and done something to me, and I wouldn't have been able to do nothing about it because he's way bigger than me, had a key to the apartment, and knew that I was there 24/7 because I had told him that I wasn't working and had free time and had all the free time in the world. So, fucking scary. I really hope she did nip that shit in the bud. It's like, if he did that to me, he probably has done that to other women who live there. So, I don't doubt that he's done that to other women. Only man I chased been dead for a long time based on the front of this paper. This pussy bougie, this pussy choosy, pussy don't do no favors. Like, I hate that. I really hate that. And it's like, then if I go get my body done to be skinny, I'm conforming. Cause I definitely thought about it, at least within the last week. Like, I could go get my breasts reduced and my ass reduced if I want to. But I like what I look like. I just don't like how other people react to it. And can I say that I like what I look like because of what I've been treated like, and because of what's been in black media? For sure. For sure. So I can't sit here and act like my love for my body is in a vacuum. It's because that, well, let me say this. All the women in my family look like me and are shaped like me. And like my mom, my aunts, my grandmother, all very shapely women. Also on my dad's side, both my aunts were shapely. So like, this is very much normal to me. You feel me? So X-nay on the getting my validation from media. I would say it was normalized for me to be comfortable with my body because that's what all the women in my family looked like, and that it just was normal to me. So but it's like, I knew that I would get attention for my body because my mother used to get stopped by men when it would be all 5 of her kids, us with her in the mall. She got a ring on, we pushing strollers, carrying diaper bags, and it's still men stopping her to want to talk to her. That shit used to get on my nerves. Cause like, y'all don't see that, like, but you know, men don't care. But it's like, she would have a ring on her finger, hauling all these kids around, and it's still men stopping her and trying to talk to her. So I guess I shouldn't be surprised, but man, It is not. That's why I just rather get in a relationship and get married, so I don't have to worry about this type of bullshit. Cause that was some bullshit. Like, I don't even ever want to be in a position again where a man has that type of access to me, because I didn't like that. It was scary. And I went and stayed with somebody I trusted, my friend Chris, who now also lives on the West Coast, which is crazy. We got our jobs like at the same, well, I don't know if he had been working there for a minute, but he moved over here too. And him and my other old coworker was like, they was gonna go beat him up. I should have laid them. I should have told them, yes, come and beat him up. Cause what? Like, we was talking about the most regular shit. Like, I'm looking back at the conversation. This is how I would talk to a woman I just met as a friend. Like, it was giving friends. Like, and I guess it's sad that the only reason he even wanted to do for me was because I look good. That is scary. Because what about women? What about the ugly women who just got evicted and are in need? Who don't have a car, who need to wash their clothes? Like, stop. You would have done that for any woman because you're a hound. You're a fiend. You niggas can't get enough of women. But I guess I said all that to say, like, even I didn't respond because he was like, I kept saying thank you to all the compliments, and he said, I'm gonna tell you how beautiful you are a lot. You don't have to keep saying thank you. Just accept it, feel fine, feel desired, smile at me or something, but you don't have to keep thanking me. But it's like, it wasn't clicking that I don't like you, I'm not attracted to you, which is why I keep saying thank you, because it's on some French shit right now. And even to that, I didn't respond. I just said, say less, LOL. And it's like, people try to make it seem like I'm playing hard to get. No, I just don't like you. Cause you see the nigga I do like, it's been 8 years. And I will not leave him alone. I am not leaving him. I like to act like it's him not, but it's like we're not leaving each other. And so if I was interested in somebody, it would give interested. Point blank, period. He just did way too much. Fucking creep. But I don't even know how I got on this. Oh, I started off talking about my surge, my waist trainer, like surge girls. And somehow I got on, I don't know how I even got on that, but it was I think that was a good story time. I don't know what I'm gonna call it. Well, I guess I could just put this in because I made a title for this, like the plight of being a voluptuous woman. Like, not only am I constantly in danger because people think that my body is inviting them for sex, but it puts the people who I'm hanging out with in danger as well, because if I reject a man and he decides to kill us all, it's gonna be seen as my fault because I'm the one with the curvy body. And then now, because so many women are opting to look like this, are choosing to look like this because they don't understand the danger or because they want to do sex work, it's put me in even more danger now, because people are assuming that I have my breasts done, my waist done, my ass done. I look like a sex worker, or sex workers look like me. And it's just frustrating. I went on a podcast years ago when I was a tiny baby, like 18, 19, and they were talking about, you know, being curvy. And I feel like the name of the show was Good Knocking. It was a radio show at my university, but obviously it was ran by Black people. And now that I think back on it, he should have kept up with it, because now podcasts are a thing. But he was doing it before it was called podcast. It was just a radio show. It was called Good Knocking, and I don't remember exactly the topic, but I feel like in hindsight they were kind of trying to like clown us. It was me and my friend Deanna, who we're still friends to this day, which is crazy. Like, that's basically my only friend still from college. And the only things we kind of brought up were like, it's hard to find clothes that fit, and that is still true, which is why I have a sewing machine. A part of why I have a sewing machine. But update to that, people think that because you are curvy that you are inviting sex. Thankfully, I've never been sexually violated. There has been an attempt, but I diverted that, thank God. But yeah, I feel like Cece's baby daddy is not the first man to like make me feel like I was inviting them, when I don't. That's why I don't play with people, because I know that people are attracted to me. Men, women, trans folks, whoever. People be attracted to me, and then if I'm too nice, they say I'm teasing them, and then when I'm mean, I'm a bitch. But it's like, I don't need nobody to think I'm playing hard to get. I don't want nobody to mistake that. Because if I like you, I'm gonna say so. And if I don't like you, you gonna feel confused. So it's hard for me. I guess it was, I didn't know how to say, like, I'm not thinking that he's trying to get with me in the moment. Like, I'm literally here because I'm struggling. I'm not looking for a quick fuck while I just got evicted and staying with somebody while I wait to move across the country. That doesn't make any sense. Like, what? Oh, God. Hate that for me, but that's the price of being a bad bitch. That is the price of being a bad bitch.